What is up, window watchers, and welcome back to Window Watch, where we watch Windows 24/7. Now, we have a first episode in this series, so I'm going to put the link to that in the description if you would like to see that. I've just been admiring the windows. Is this volumetric or is it a particle? And I believe that, yeah, that is just a particle effect. Otherwise, as we occlude that, you should see it. It would be affected. What we see is affected by how the geometry is occluded. As you see the spine, the arms that I'm pointing at there, as the arms go in front of that light source, you should see light rays. You should be shadows on the light particles in the sense of moisture in the atmosphere, particles in the atmosphere. Nothing is being occluded, which to me tells me that is not volumetric, but it is convincingly, it's so convincing, it looks convincing that it's volumetric, but it's not, it's just a particle. They're using soft particles, so as you get closer to the camera, it fades out in a very organic way so that it is the same way to where a magician uses a curtain to hide how they are revealing, how they perform one of their magic tricks. This is something that, for example, Pokemon Legends ZA did not do. As you go under the street lamps in Pokemon Legends ZA, the street lamps look pretty good from a distance. Once you go underneath the street lamp, then the curtain is revealed, and you can see it's just a very simple piece of geometry. This is using a soft particle so that as you get closer to it, it fades out, so you can't see how they've done it. So this is a much better implementation than the method we saw in Legends ZA. Fantastic. I have a lot of respect. I have all the respect in the world for these developers. I keep wasting my missiles because I'm just kind of pushing buttons here. All right, let's go ahead and open this door. I develop games for a living. My name is Jerrel, and I like playing games, but I like hiking, camping, fishing, going on adventures. Press X or A to return to the combat visor. Okay. I have some latency that's making me look real sluggish here. I do know how to play video game. I have done video game before. Oh, let's look up. Welcome back to Window Watch, where we watch Windows 24/7. Oh, look at this big thing in the sky. I do like that. Look at that big old thing. I like the broken windows. Now here's a test. Is there broken glass on the ground? There is. There we go. We have environmental cohesion, consistency. This is visual storytelling. This is cohesive. We have broken windows up top. And they're not actually windows. They're not actually broken. They're just a 3D model. And I think a developer that cared less about environmental cohesion would not have put broken glass on the ground. I have seen that in games, so it's nice to... do you want me to scan this? You want me to do it again? Y'all want me to do that again? I'm gonna scan that. Uh-huh. Alright, alright. I'm gonna hold down. Yeah. Okay, so I gotta return to visor mode. I'm gonna hold that down. I'm gonna shoot that. Good, alright. What is... That's an artifact. I want that artifact. I need to secure some shooting with my arm cannon. When do I get the cool armor? Ooh, some bad guys to shoot at. There's a big bad guy over there. Protect the artifact! That poor guy. Uh-oh, it's a Metroid. Oh. Let's see what happens here. This is fun. What is happening? What is going to happen next? I think I'm going to turn down the... can I turn down the sensitivity on this? Because it is zip-zopping all over the place here. And I want to go to stick sensitivity is... I'm just going to dial that down to 6 and see if that's any better for me. Ow, I'm dying. Anakin, I'm dying. That feels a little better to me. Shoot him in the balls, like Grandpa said. Shoot him in the balls. Ow. Something about the sensitivity still feels a little high to me. Where are your balls? Where are the next balls I gotta shoot? Okay, he's got yellow things going on there. Okay, I don't want those balls. Those are bad balls. I don't want those balls. Ow, 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 ow. Admittedly, that would have been a lot easier if I didn't have some input latency, but that's No, I'm gonna stop complaining about that, but it's my right. As an enjoyer of video games, it is my right to complain about latency. Not the artifact. Oh, I done got hit by an artifact. I got a boo-boo on my knee. I am tripping. One time I'm sitting, this is earlier this summer, I met a guy named Stan in a dive bar in Oakdale, California. And that is called the VI, the Valley Inn. We're sitting there, just kind of chatting. It's late at night or whatever. I don't know. You're some nights there's karaoke there, and I hang out with the locals and we sing. And one night we're just sitting there, and just unprompted, I'm sitting there next to Stan. We're setting up at the bar, enjoying our drink, and he goes, "Oh man, I miss LSD." That's so random, But I mean that whole shiny thing. I've never had LSD, but I assume it's kind of trippy. This is just okay. Is that anim? Okay, this is just a simple texture with let's see, uh, normal mapping. It is catching the light, so it just has like an animated normal map. Is that what that is? Yeah, it is. It just looks like an animated normal map, which is what we use to convey a sense of water. I am now on a planet. Oh, I do like that the sand. Well, I generally don't like sand, and I think most people know why I don't like sand. But it looks pretty good. I'd like to get it. I'm sure I'm gonna get a good look at it later on. I got a feeling about that. Here's like this. I really like that sort of tessellated look. The whole a repeating pattern infinitely. It's a cool visual identity for this game. Shall I stand on this platform? I don't know why I sounded like Frieza just then. Yeah, like the modern Frieza voice, not the who's the the 90s and 2000s, that Linda Blair, is that who did it? I forget the voice actor's name for the new Frieza. It took me a long while to get used to it, but now I really like the new Frieza voice. Okay, follow the glowing orb. Yeah, I love this sense of infinitely repeating patterns. It's so interesting. And it's nice because it's a contrast. Like Samus's suit is quite angular, right? Angularity has a sense of harshness and power to it. And these like tessellated, infinitely repeating patterns are very round and elegant and soft. So it's a strong contrast to Samus's visual identity at the start of the game. And of course, I know that she gets the new suit, right? And that it shows a change. And I really like seeing different kinds of armor, different variations. Oh, okay, so I'm not supposed to fall down. So, okay. Did the game feel sorry for me? I mean, I'm sort of talking about Frieza's voice actor, so I'm paying less attention to the game. I guess what is this? Oh, was I supposed to scan the bridge? Yo, let me scan that ball though. Let me scan that ball. I'm gonna scan that ball. Analysis implies this is a mechanoid variant. Local database contains no matches for its materials. What's the door say? The technology used to construct this device cannot be identified. Local database contains no matches. Okay, all right. I gotta get it. Press a button to get out of there. Do they? Okay, I just go near it and it manifests, or it like disapparates. Can I go in the water? Will I die? Oh, this is like a surface. This is not water. Wow, what fantastic visual. Oh, look at the visual design. It looks a little too like tongue slimy for my tastes though. That's okay. I can deal. I can deal, dude. Oh, he went in the hole. Ball went in the hole. This is golf. My friend's gone though, and I'm feeling a sense of loss. Okay. These are these will these come to activation? Will these animate and become animated? I'm not going where you're telling me to go. I'm going where I want, baby. It's a free country. Oh, that is creepy. Look at that. Welcome to Window Watch. Here at Window Watch, we're going to analyze the windows. These windows, if you see, they're very different from the ones we saw outside. These have a sense of not having pixel distortion. They're very clear when you look through them, but there does appear to still be some imperfections along the surface, as you can see. See those highlights just there? Those are on the window itself, so there is some degree of imperfection, but we don't have that kind of pixel distortion. So these are better windows than the windows outside. That's what they're trying to tell us. This is such a fun visual, just like the visual language. These repeating patterns, they build a sense of infinity. In a sense, it's the roundness is warm and comforting, right? But it is the sense of infinity that builds a sense of tension and unease. Hello, what is this? Hello. I don't want to shoot anything out of respect. This is somebody's like church or something, so I don't want to shoot anything. This is so delightful. I've actually kind of accidentally stopped paying attention as a developer. But I have noticed one. So we have to repeat textures. We just have to. And you can see where the texture is being tiled. So you can see a little bit of harshness here. But overall, when you look at it, it's not something that is a negative. This environment is designed specifically to have a visual flow that conveys a sense of infinity, and these repeating tiles are done so in a way that does build that sense. Yes, there is a seam right there. I've noticed it because I'm thinking about how I would implement this, but this is just a normal texture map, right? This is a texture map, a normal map. I mean, you can save it. The specularity map is just like really, really flat and simple. They probably didn't have anything too crazy there, but I love the visual flow of this, right? Look at it grabbing your attention, having this round, wavy flow that swirls and brings your eyes up to this point right at the ceiling. This is genuinely, visually, expressively beautiful. This is fantastic. Oh! Look at the reflection in my visor! You can see the arm cannon in the reflection in the visor. I like that a lot. This is real nice. I done like this properly good. Fantastic. Great visual language. It's distinct and interesting. It is distinct and interesting. I can identify this. And if I look at this game, I know that I'm looking at Metroid Prime 4. Am I going to die? Or is that guy going to manifest a bridge for me? Local database contains no matches for its function, operation, or effect. Okay. Yeah. This is cool. This is cool. I'm going to scan that real good. Yeah. Okay. What y'all want me to do now? Look at that. That is so cool to look at. There appears to be some gathering of energy. Oh, I do like the particle effects there. Sometimes I see particle effects in games, visual effects, special effects, and I just feel a little bit jelly, and I think, oh man, how do I recreate that? Look at these. That's just a particle system. Right, but it's like a long piece of geometry. It's designed to look like the Aurora Borealis, or for the people in my part of the world, the Aurora Australis. Great effect. I think I'd try to. I think I'll look into it and try and do a visual effect like that in my game. See what it takes. I do like these. This is just very simple particles that are moving along the water. I'm not doing what the game wants me to do. Right. I'm doing my whole own thing here. You can see the particles moving across the water. It's not actual fog. It's not volumetric. Okay. You want me to do something. What are you? Oh, I do like this. I like this a lot. As you get so close, it actually blurs. So if you go inside the geometry, it blurs it out in this sort of otherworldly way. So you can actually go in the geometry, but it blurs it. That's cool. I like that effect. That is neat. Okay. On the ground, most likely this is just a texture that is animated. I believe that is what that is. Oh, cool. It's going the opposite direction of the fog particles. Yeah, it gives it a sense of unease and conflict, and a little bit of disharmony there. So I can go inside the statue. These don't have colliders. You can go straight into them. I like that kind of mechanical storytelling, that these are not physical objects. I can go straight through them. I can go into them because they don't exist. And they obfuscate the 3D model because it's not an actual ghost or an object. It is a 3D model. And generally, when you put the camera inside of a 3D model, it looks bad. They're using this blurring, which is actually just sort of like repeating the image, and not like a Gaussian blur. To not only does it obfuscate that it's a 3D model, but it builds a sense of otherworldliness as well. Great solutions. The developers are great at coming up with solutions like this. So cool. Obviously, they are guiding me towards moving in a particular direction. I understand. I think, I bet probably you're meant to sort of, pay attention. Are you folks deceased? Have you all passed? I do believe they are extinct. They have gone extinct. Do I get my new armor now? I would like armor, please. I like Dead Space 3. I think people dislike Dead Space 3, but I actually like it. I like getting a bunch of weird armor. I like the snow. The snow's opposite from the sand. I don't like sand. It's rough and coarse and irritating, and it gets everywhere. I like the snow. I like snow levels. There we go. I like Dead Space 3. Okay. Do I get my new armor now? Can I have my new armor? I'd like to see it. Oh, I'm the chosen one. Hello. Behold, I am your savior. Mm. You give me cool armor, right? I get my powers now? Okay, so I don't have my cool armor, but I'm going to have powers. Oh, the music's just really, really lovely, really fantastic. Okay. Okay. So I have a psychic beam. Now, what may I use my psychic beam for? Now, I've had the audio turned down on these. Press X to switch to the psychic visor. Originally, that was my scan visor, but now it's a... Okay. So I'm scanning the target. Oh, I have knowledge. A statue made of Umozanite depicting a lemon. Its forehead has a crystal design. Subject identified as a priest able to manipulate psychic energy. Now I have the knowledge. I have the gift. Okay. I gotta turn the camera sensitivity down. It's zooming, man. A psychic assembler. Form objects by bonding or molecules, nanomachines floating through the environment. Operated using psychic energy. This is fascinating. This is delightful. I've really enjoyed the... Oops, I'm sorry, I shot your church door. I have enjoyed this. Now, where shall I go? Shall I scan this? This is really fantastic. I don't have the audio set up here, but you can hear the morph ball as it moves along surfaces and it sort of bounces. You can hear the little bumps and the little dings. It's very convincing. It sounds so fantastic. I will work on an episode where I'm just covering that. It's really fantastic. Wow. Check that out. You can see light leaking through the very top there. Now, the reason I believe it looks like that is they most likely are using implementing... Oh no. Oh no. What am I going to guess here? It could be that they're using some degree of... Let me check. Oh, I want to say that they could be using distance fog, and that is why it looks like there's light leaking in from the top there. It's so cool looking. It's just fascinating. They've done such a fantastic job. I'm leaning back as I look up. It's like I'm an old person. Whoa, my blaster is psychic. It has psychic energy. I just noticed that. I was trying to not shoot because I felt bad about shooting their church or whatever. The color on the blaster has changed. It's psychic now. Psychic types, where you at? I like bug type. Bug type's my favorite. I'm gonna make you all throw up now. Hang on real quick. We're all gonna enjoy a good throwing up. Here we go. We're all gonna throw up now. Sorry, everyone. I hope you didn't puke. Oh, wow. I really like the Halo one. That is a cool lens flare if I've ever seen one. And I have seen lens flares. That is really neat. The clouds are just a static skybox. They don't appear to be animated. That appears. Oh, hold the telephone. I'm starting to believe this is not a static skybox. There is some degree of animation in the clouds. Not a whole lot, but there is some degree, but this is not. There's environmental lighting that is making it a little difficult for me to tell, but I'm gonna enter scan mode in real life. I believe that is a static skybox, but there are some particle effects around this environment that are sort of tricking the eye and making it look like the clouds are lightening and darkening in some places. Anyway, we're going to leave it here. I hope you've enjoyed spending some time with me today and taking a look at Metroid Prime 4. I'm really enjoying this so far. I just really appreciate the visuals here. Not just from an aspect of, oh, it looks real, it's realistic. That's not why I enjoy it. There's real artistry that's gone into this. The developers have done a really fantastic job. I really like the immersive depth when it comes to using the morph ball on different surfaces. You can feel it in the HD rumble. You can hear the morph ball bumping and bouncing into things. Really fantastic. I really enjoyed this. If you're interested in seeing me cover the game more and discuss more, please let me know. And if you want to see what games I'm working on a monster raising game right now called Goo Buddies. It's a game where all the monsters are made out of goo. I'm running a Kickstarter for that. The game is very far in development, but I would like to spend some time so I can add more species. I'd like to add 50 more, at least 59 more, and I would like to spend time creating a free version that runs in the web browser. No accounts, no logins, no ads, no questions asked, but that takes a fair bit of time to work and maintain something like that. I would like to be able to work on PvP multiplayer, but that's one of the stretch goals. Anyway, if you're interested in monster raising games like me, I'm kind of crazy about monster games. I absolutely love them. Please feel free to check out the Kickstarter for Goo Buddies, and if you want me to cover Metroid Prime 4, please let me know as well. Take care of yourselves, be well. All right, I will see you next time.